So I just want to quickly show you the AWS documentation, or like give you a bit of a tour of it. So if we go to aws.amazon.com and type in docs, and I'm sure you might have seen this through other tutorials, but the idea is that you have basically documentation for basically any possible service that you want. And a lot of times you'll click into it, and what you'll get are these little boxes, and they'll show you different guides, and it's going to vary based on service, but a lot of times there's a user guide, there's an API reference, and those are the two that you'll see there. Maybe we go to something simpler like S3. That might be a simpler example. Yeah, user guide, API reference. And so all of these are on GitHub, right? If you open these up, the documentation is here. If you find something you don't like, you can submit issues and correct things. You can even submit your own examples. I have committed example code to the docs specifically for AI services. So you might be looking at examples that I implemented, or even Ruby examples, since I really like to promote Ruby on AWS. And you can download it as a PDF, or you can take it as HTML. A lot of times you're going to the user guide, and the way I build the courses here is I actually go through and I read these end to end. So, you know, if you wanted to do that and you want to be like me, you can do that, or you can just watch my courses and save yourself the trouble and not worry about everything that is here. But generally, the documentation is extremely, extremely good. There are some exceptions like Amazon Cognito where the content is good, but it's just not well organized. So I would say AWS, out of every other provider, they have the most complete documentation. They generally don't keep their examples or like tutorials within here. It's usually pretty light. They'll have some examples, but like they like to have AWS Labs separately. So you type AWS Labs GitHub, right? You go here, and a lot of stuff is in here instead. So you have a lot of great tutorials and examples over there, okay? But yeah, pretty much that's all there is to it. Is there consistency between documentations? No, they kind of vary, you know, but it's all there is my point. And they're always keeping it up to date. So yeah, that's all you need to know about the AWS documentation.